Aaron Marcus is deserving of the Wallace H. Coulter Lifetime Award, the highest award given by the American Society of Hematology, because of his contributions spanning 55 years.
Aaron never lost his childlike delight in discovery. He really needed to discover things about platelets, and he needed to convert those discoveries into things that were really going to make a meaningful difference to patients.
He was a very funny guy, and he made everybody laugh, and he had a sort of a steady twinkle in his eye.
He had the ability to make people comfortable with him, so that even though you may be starting out now in the field, you may be dazzled by the science, but you are never intimidated by him.
When he was in the U.S. Navy, and then he took care of patients, he treated them, and he always wanted to make sure that he could help them.
When he finished his service, he applied to 22 medical schools.
Then he ended up at New York Medical College and then Montefiore, and that just launched a wonderful career for him.
It was predictive of all the things that he did in his life and his career, and the character and personality that actually made him succeed so brilliantly, which is perseverance and determination.
He joined the Cornell faculty relatively early in his career.
We had a specialized center of research in thrombosis, and he was one of the main investigators.
He was able to come here and teach, and he did his primary research down at the VA.
He loved to think of cells interacting with each other and talking to each other.
And so the whole concept, which we had all been hung up on ever since platelets were discovered, which is that platelets work by themselves, was completely exploded by Aaron Marcus, who recognized that all blood cells, and in fact the blood vessel surface, become integral and key parts understanding how platelets work.
He made other really important contributions working on endothelial cells, and that's ultimately what led to his incredibly exciting discovery about CD39.
He began this journey, which is still going on, to look at the soluble form of CD39 as a potential antiplatelet drug or a thrombomodulator which would maintain blood fluidity.
So we studied CD39 in terms of antithrombotic properties, its anti-inflammatory properties, its cardioprotective effects, and its cerebral protective effects.
Aaron was among the first, if not the first person to understand that aspirin modifies this enzyme in platelets. And that was many years ago, but it was really a profound discovery, because nowadays if we think someone's having a heart attack, one of the first things we'll do is give them an aspirin.
He was an outstanding investigator, but more than that, he gave the gift of time.
He loved to interact with students, he loved to interact with fellows, and he had a warmth about him.
He always thought having a mentor was so important to help one succeed and excel.
Aaron has directly or indirectly mentored a whole generation of investigators.
He became a lightning rod, one of the important lightning rods in New York City for young people, where they could go to him and he could turn them on to new areas of science and to help them want to stay in science so that they can make an important contribution to the advancement of medical research.
When you start off your career, inevitably you're going to hit some bumps in the road. And he would always say, well, just keep going and don't worry about this.
Wallace Coulter was an innovator and made major contributions to hematology by the development of the Coulter principle, on which the Coulter counters have been made. It revolutionized the entire field of hematology, making blood counts easily and accurately possible.
I think Aaron Marcus personifies the Wallace H. Coulter Award in Lifetime Achievement in Hematology by the truly lifelong dedication to hematology investigation.
When Dr. Aaron Marcus heard that he won the Wallace H. Coulter Award, I remember that he was overjoyed.
And he was absolutely so thrilled, and he was just so honored.
He helped build some of the modern understanding of hemostasis and thrombotic disease, and he had a great impact on the field and on people who related to him.
He's an embodiment of all the qualities that this award represents, and he's dedicated most of his life to biomedical research and patient care.
It's not your papers that people are going to remember you by, it's the people you train. the people that you have now made into something that will train the next generation of scientists. And that's the way Aaron was.